be.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to KBMOD podcast, episode 73, the last podcast of 2012. We don't number the awards show, so that's why this is 73 and not 74. But yeah, this is the last one, and I have NFEN here with me. We got John, and we got Brandon on some sort of mobile device, broadcasting from space.
Yep, that's actually where I live now. I'm in a spaceship.
Are you there? Are you hanging out with Mars Curiosity? Just chilling?
Yeah,
Just wasting
I think I
$60
actually,
billion of taxpayer money together, or what?
I think I actually took that ship down in one of the sectors I was in.
God, what a game!
I hope the ending to your trip is better than the Mass Effect 3 ending.
Well, any ending that ever occurs will be better than that ending.
I just listened to the Giant Bombcast from like 2 weeks ago because they're like 3 fucking hours long. So
Yeah, and they do them like so often. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And they talked about the Mass Effect ending, and as a person who has not played Mass Effect, I now want to play Mass Effect just to see.
You don't want to.
Just
you
to
don't
see.
want to.
Because like
Without
half of them were
spoilers,
like, well,
without
I'm okay with it with all the DLC. It's like you shouldn't need $30 worth of DLC to validate the ending that already happened for you.
There
Like,
was no payoff or anything at the end of Mass Effect, and it was so just dry. For 3 games with so many hours that you're putting into all these different characters, no, never again. Do not want.
But we do. You may notice I didn't mention Scott there, but Scott should be here in about 10 or 15 minutes if you're listening to the audio version. In case you just hear for Scott's voice, you can skip ahead 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, so we just had a holiday break. We haven't had a regular podcast for 3 weeks
Some of
now.
us are still on holiday break.
Yeah, well.
Till Thursday, I'm on holiday break, and tomorrow's gonna be just a horrible time in my life.
Holiday is my favorite Green Day song. I love that album. American
Why are
Idiot.
you on the cast?
I love everything NFEN says. So Brandon, what did you do over break? You get anything sweet for Christmas? Do anything cool?
I've just been hanging out at my parents' house, kind of relaxing. It's just nice to have some time off work. I've just been indulging in the Steam sales, which I feel like they just, I know we're going to talk about this more, but they just have it down to such a science now. It's like all of these deals that I want to buy, and I've bought more games this Steam sale than any other Steam sale in recent memory.
I bought 0.
Well, you were gone, to be fair.
I was checking them every day, but the sale was like, look at all of these games I already own.
Yeah,
for cheaper than I paid for them.
You
That's
paid,
what I
you
see
paid
when I
full
see
price
this.
for them, too. It's bad when that happens.
You get anything cool for Christmas, Brandon? Anything?
I mean,
4 mufflers.
Actually, I'll tell you the best gift that I got was it's a mug called a Zojirushi. It's a brand, and it keeps stuff. It's basically like a super thermos, and it keeps stuff hot or cold for a really long time. And so I was curious to see just how well it worked because I'd heard good stuff about it. So I was in Dallas at my apartment, and I poured myself some coffee into this mug, and I was driving to San Antonio where my parents live. I filled up the coffee, and I purposely didn't drink it all because I wanted to see how long it lasted. I got to my house here in San Antonio, and the coffee was still warm, like still completely drinkable warm, and that was like a 5-hour drive. So
That's actually insane.
Not only like one of the coolest Christmas presents I got, but now actually one of the best things I own.
Yeah, you gotta love it. It's only $23 on Amazon. I just linked it. It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, they have a few different ones, but yeah, they're really awesome.
I'll keep my urine samples in those.
Nick gets tested a lot. It's a long story.
Unsuspiciously warm.
So, John, I know you were over here in the land of Pittsburgh.
Getting snowed on.
Getting snowed on hard, yeah.
Did you get Pittsburghed?
I did. I did. It was terrible.
I did as well. It was a bad.
The weather was too bad to get like permanis or anything. It fucking snowed the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was the first snow of the year too. You managed to hit right when we finally got snow. So we hadn't gotten any
sucked.
at all. But so you were in Pittsburgh. What about you, Nick? Did you stay home?
I just stayed around here because that's where all my family is. So
Did you guys get anything baller for Christmas?
I got a new desk from IKEA. It's really
Nice.
big, and I like it. That's about it.
Is it an actual desk or is it just the table? Because I have the table thing.
It's not a desk. It's a table. Yeah, I guess.
So
I think you
legit.
have
I
the
got
same
this
one I have.
sweet-
That one's really nice.
Yeah,
It's
I got
really
this
big and really
man. I
wide.
don't know if you can see what that is.
not really, sort of.
It's like everything on Pittsburgh on like this baller ass dish towel that's never gonna go in my kitchen because I don't want to get it dirty.
You're gonna hang it up. I'm sure we'll.
I am. It's gonna go in my Penguins office because everything in this room is Penguins as well. And I also got a
R.I.P.
sweet ass Christmas ornament and some coasters made out of the Mellon Arena roof. So now I have the full collection of Mellon Arena roof goods.
Yeah, we got it. We got a Mellon Arena roof ornaments, which I'm totally down with. I thought I wasn't gonna get one, but they made another run. So, I got a dog and a new phone. That was like my Christmas before Christmas. So,
It's
and we
okay.
just-
I'd keep going.
we just stayed around here. But yeah, and dog's been good so far, and solid.
I've been keeping up with your dog pictures.
I know.
my
Nick
girlfriend-
Fenn's,
So have I.
Nick Fenn's really mad at me because I haven't. Yeah, there's my dog.
I have pictures of Dan's dog on my phone. It is my phone background. Look at this. Look at that. That's my lock screen.
It is a cute.
If you're
dog.
listening to the podcast, I'm sorry, but it's an adorable dog on my phone. So.
You're lucky too because it has like Labrador fur, so it's not gonna shed that much, and
No.
it still looks cute. So
Yeah, she looks sad though a little bit, which is
that's the big puppy eyes. Those go
Yeah.
away once her body grows into them. It just she looks sad because she has puppy eyes because she's a puppy.
Maybe she's infinite sad.
she's turning into long dog though because she's half Dachshund and half Ridgeback.
Good. They're hilarious.
That's awesome.
like Norwegian Ridgeback.
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Dude, you're gonna be
Norwegian
huge on
Ridgeback
Reddit.
because I know Fleur destroyed that thing in the in the games. And then fucking stuck Harry with the Hungarian horntail.
But she has like a black strip of fur down her back that's filling in, which is the Ridgeback thing. But she's super long, like a Dachshund. But she'll probably be about 60 or 70 pounds. She's gonna be not big, but
It's a good size for a dog.
yeah, she's
Manageable.
very, very good with the kids. Although puppy teeth are the worst thing on the planet.
How are your shoes doing? Are those hidden
They're
from her?
fine. No, she's good with those. Once her mouth was big enough to chew on the bone we gave her, she stopped going after most of the other stuff. But at first, she wanted all the shoes and things. But yeah, that's been good. And I got an Nexus 4, which has been awesome. Which a lot of people who follow the channel and stuff already knew. But anyway, so that's what I got. But yeah, we just hung around here and got snowed on, as you did. And I know Scott went back to Philly, but so I'll say that for him.
And he came back covered in dirt.
He would, because Philadelphia, just the worst. So as you said, Brandon, the Steam sales have been going on, and my willpower has just deteriorated to nothing. I was like, yeah, I've got this set wish list, which I made before, and it all went by the wayside once sales started happening. So, what did you buy on the Steam sales, Brandon?
So I've bought several things. Let's see. I bought the Humble Bundle, which this is one of the better Humble Bundles there have been. So everyone should buy that. Let's see. I bought Hitman Blood Money, which I played a little bit of. That wasn't bad. Natural Selection 2, which I haven't gotten to play yet. That kind of foreshadows some of these other purchases. Dear Esther, Quantum Conundrum, FTL, which is awesome, and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I bought that yesterday. So, and I've only, I mean, total, I think I've paid maybe like $40 for all those.
Yeah, I
So
wish I had paid.
I've gotten great value, but I've definitely spent more than I intended to, and we still have like 5 days left.
Yeah, I know. It's so
6 days
long.
left.
It's so long this year.
And what I was saying before was that I feel like they have it down so well now, where the flash sales don't actually expire like every 8 hours or so. They keep going, and you just vote on the next ones. But you can't ever miss a game. If you check like once a day, you'll see all the deals, and like every deal goes for enough time that you could tell a friend about it, and they wouldn't accidentally miss it or anything. Like they have so many deals going at once now, whereas it used to, the deals used to run out pretty quickly.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a good pacing on them, and they allow the feature deals to last for a while now, which is pretty cool. I've gotten a lot of games gifted to me from community people, but we're gonna play them all on stream, and I'm very grateful for that. They've been out of nowhere, but someone gifted me Walking Dead because of our our apparent disrespect of Walking Dead. So I'm gonna play.
I was
Played it
really
on-
close.
I'm playing
I
it
was
on my
really close to
iPad.
getting it.
I'm playing it on the iPad. Played it a lot while I was traveling.
So I'm gonna play it on stream, and so everyone can see my decisions,
And judge you.
and judge me exactly.
I feel like that's a pretty good stream game
Oh yeah,
because it's
dude.
about the story anyway.
People live and die with what you do too. Like even if they've already played the game, people are like, "Oh man, I didn't choose that," stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
so that'll be Tuesday night. I think I'll be starting that up because there will. Just an FYI, if you're listening, you won't listen to this in time anyway. But people watching live, there's no stream tomorrow night because it's New Year's Eve. Not much point in going up against against New Year's
Beveraging.
Eve. Yeah. So, but I know you said you didn't buy anything, John. Were you thinking about anything? Thinking about any purchases?
Not really. Not really. I mean,
You
if
own
something
a lot of
pops,
games.
yeah, if something pops up that I want to buy, I'll buy it. It's not like I'm like trying to be stingy with money or anything. It's just that a lot of the stuff that's been on here I already have or I have no interest in having.
So,
Maybe I'm debating Civ 5.
yeah, I bought
So,
that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. It's only $7.50.
Get that, and then get the Gods and Kings expansion for $3 on Green Man Gaming. That's what I did.
I'm currently going back and forth between. I want to get Witcher 2 at
Oh, I lied. Mark of the
75%
Ninja's
off.
50% off. Buying that right now.
Yeah,
Thank-
no, do that.
Oh, is it
Great
really?
game. Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, you should buy
Okay.
that game.
All
That
right.
Nick gifted me that game.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What about you, Nick? I know you bought XCOM because you let me know.
I didn't get XCOM on Steam though. I
No.
bought, it's on activates on Steam,
Yeah,
but
it
I got it through
activates on
GameFly.
Yeah.
On Steam, I think the only games I can remember, I got Warhammer Space Marine
Good game,
and
actually.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops single player, I've heard, has a really good story.
I've heard it has a good story, but it has generic third-person-y stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll probably just play it once and then be done with it.
So, me on the other hand, I have been trying to be stingy, unlike John, and I have not succeeded. So I didn't buy anything for like the first 3 days, partially because I had a lot of stuff, but then I think day 3 or 4 of it, I bought like 5 indie games in one swoop. I bought The Wonderful End of the World, which is a great little game. It's only about 2 or 3 hours of your time if you want to like full complete it. Maybe more if you just can't figure out the paths. But it's Katamari Damacy. If you guys have ever played or heard of that game.
What's this game called?
Wonderful End of the World.
La.
It's like Katamari Damacy, which basically you roll around and collect items and become bigger, and then roll around and collect bigger items and try to get high scores, like in the level. That's it. I mean, that's it basically. And you unlock levels.
249. Thank you.
Yeah, and you just
Fucking goddamn it, Dan.
so it's really fun. I got A's on all the levels. I haven't A+'d all the levels yet. But
Oh, nice. You'll have
unlocked
good grades, nerd.
Wow, dude.
Nice, dude. Get your GPA up, nerd.
So when I bought that, though, this opened the floodgates. I bought that and Botanicula, which I haven't played yet. Devil May Cry 4, which I've played a lot of and is awesome. I'm about halfway through that game. Dear Esther, I bought in that same thing. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, which is another platformer. What else?
And I gotta buy the Doom 3 pack. Because I don't know where my Doom 3 disc is, so I gotta have that.
They Bleed Pixels was another one, and To the Moon and 30 Flights of Loving, which I've heard really good things about. Haven't played any of them yet, but I bought them all. And then Nick told me about this XCOM deal, so I bought XCOM, which I haven't played yet, but again, I've heard
It's
only
good.
really good things.
I want to play multiplayer XCOM sometime.
So do I.
So I haven't gotten to play that yet.
So what is it? What is the multiplayer in XCOM?
Apparently, just like you have a certain amount of like points you can allocate to different types of units, I guess, and then you just go in. Like I think you have like 6 max or something. I only played.
I honestly don't know. I've not tried it at all, but I think it will be very strategic because the game itself is really strategic, and it feels like it could be kind of like a chess match.
All I care about is the fact that soldiers die and you can name them. Because I just have people named like Scott Stapp and Chad Kroger, and one guy's first name is Fist and his last name is Miars. And I think I'm going to put in some real life people in there and then just making them die. So
what I've heard about that game, and again, I haven't played XCOM yet, mainly because of Devil May Cry. But
Closure looks cool.
Yeah, Closure does look cool, and Snapshot I've heard is really good, which is only $250 or something like that. Yeah, XCOM. I've from multiple people tweeting at me and also listening to other podcasts and people who've played it. People get really attached to their soldiers, and then just like rage quit when people die. Like Rick Leslie the other night, he was like, "I just fucking rage quit. Like I was so invested in these characters."
Yeah, because you send them through missions and they level up, and it's just hours and hours of time on like one specific person, just getting them new stuff, and then they're gone. It's like you're in hardcore mode in Diablo, and you have no choice of being in hardcore mode or not. Like they're gone. It's just it's hilarious though.
And you lose a really good soldier who's leveled up, and like people are like, I have formed an attachment to like Chen or whatever you named him, you know.
Yeah, I've formed such an attachment that I just got really really obsessive with saving. Mm-hmm. And so I would just basically save at any point that I thought something bad might happen. So I have about 30 saves, and so I know I'm like completely. I'm sure a lot of people think that is ridiculous, and I'm definitely like I could never do Iron Man in that game where you can only have one save and you just have to go through it and deal with your choices. But so I think I've only lost like one person, or maybe I haven't even lost that, because if anything bad happens, then I reset from my last save because I can't deal with the loss.
I feel like I could do Iron Man because I just play, and like if someone dies, I'm like, not my fault. You should have been a dumbass, even though I told them to go stand behind that barrel with half armor thing, and then they die, and I don't care. I just don't care.
Well, once all your guys get leveled up, losing someone is just devastating.
Yeah, I'm also not very far in, so I can't really comment on that stuff.
Yeah.
Like late game stuff.
Yeah, being that far in is probably a big part of it, but yeah, I haven't touched that yet. I bought Darksiders 2 with all the DLC. Darksiders 2, having played about 6 or 7 hours of Darksiders 1, like a couple of years ago or whenever it came out, Darksiders 2 is so much better. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's just an improvement on everything.
Pretty much everything was improved and nothing was downgraded.
But it still really feels like it feels just like Darksiders 1, but it's better. I don't know how to explain it. It's very familiar, but it's just good. Not like Darksiders 1 is bad, but
the THQ pack is a fucking steal, by the way. Holy balls.
Yes, yeah, THQ pack is amazing. Was it Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, Darksiders 1, Darksiders 2.
All of the Dawn of Wars, Metro 2033.
All of the Dawn of Wars, yeah.
Dawn of War is a fantastic RTS, by the way. Next to Company of Heroes, it's the best RTS I've ever played.
All the
it is really good.
red factions. I was saying to people, because we didn't have a podcast, but I was saying to people on my stream and on Twitter, if you're new to PC gaming, just get the Indie pack and the THQ pack and call it a sale.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you don't own any games on Steam, that indie pack, $70 for like 30 awesome indie games, that is a good deal.
And
Yeah.
while we're always playing and promoting, and like we're always playing a AAA title, and that's generally what we talk about most of the time. The beauty of PC gaming is the fact that you can get a fucking 12-hour phenomenal experience for $2.
Yep.
You're not getting that on console. You're getting you're getting 10 hours for 1,600 Microsoft points or something,
Or even, I
which
mean,
is a
even
lot.
like Limbo. Like Limbo is
Yeah.
not a very long game, but it's so well done, and it's it's the best 2 or 3 hours you can play.
These indie devs put so much effort and so much time into their games, and they make no money off of it because they're making them as a passion project.
Yep.
It's like these games, like you saw, if you saw Indie Game the movie, the guy from Fez literally went insane and turned into a huge jerk off because he
Yeah.
was so obsessed with making his game good and people didn't want him to do it.
Speaking
yeah,
of
actually,
indie game
I did watch
documentaries,
Indie Game. Yeah, I watched
Yes.
Indie Game because I bought the Humble Bundle and got that free. So
Great
yeah, I
movie.
really enjoyed that.
documentary talk, the Minecraft documentary, it got released on Pirate Bay by the people that made the movie. I'm not promoting piracy unless it's like by the people that did it. So you can
Yes.
you can get that torrent and watch that movie right now for free. And that's a really good documentary. So
Yeah, I
words.
need to see it. Also, Seed Andrews is in it if you're a fanboy.
He is in
So
it.
there you go.
Dude, was walking down the street in San Francisco with Adam one day, and he gets recognized every 10 seconds. And I'm just like, God damn it, this is so weird. It's like,
It is
I'm
weird,
John,
isn't
I'm
it?
John's fat cock. Like, do you know me? Come on. Fucking.
At PAX, yeah.
It's not as weird at PAX because it's all
Yeah.
gamers, but we're
Yeah,
like
it's all
walking
gamers.
through Chinatown in San Francisco on our way to get like some delicious crab sandwiches at Fisherman's Wharf. And there's goddamn random folks just like, hey, are you Seed Handers? Can I have a picture? Just like, dude, fuck off, go away. And Adam's like, yeah, I'm the nicest guy.
So that was only the first 5 games I bought. It gets so much worse. I bought Alan Wake because it was one of the community choices, and I was like, I'm voting for Alan Wake. I'm gonna buy it this time. I've heard
Do
only
it.
good things, so I
Play it.
did. So I bought it. I bought Dragon Age Origins, or someone got it for me, one of the two.
What a fucking game, Dan.
I rage quit about an hour in, but
It's very, very hard if you play it on a
Yeah.
difficult setting, but that is a story that actually utilizes characters correctly.
yeah, it seems really good. I bought Sniper Elite V2, which Knack Fenton and I are planning to play through
You no scope in it?
together. Not
Yeah,
through
we're only
Dude's
gonna no
balls.
scope.
Yeah, we're only gonna no scope only playthrough.
No scope only.
Sniper
No scope
Elite.
only challenge. I think we should do it now that it's been brought
Actually, now that
Now it's a thing. Yeah, I'm going with
I
it.
feel
So
like that would be especially brutal in that game.
given that the whole point of the game is to use a
like you're
sniper
aiming
scope,
here and the bullet's off like in this direction.
I mean, the only redeeming thing about that game is the scoping and the death sequences.
Take
Yes.
the shot.
So I bought that, and then I bought Sleeping Dogs, which was $16. I was like, AAA title, that's gonna happen.
Because who cares that you just spent hundreds of dollars on your children for Christmas?
Yeah, whatever, dude. And then World of Goo, I bought that. Shit, what else did I get?
I know the guy who made World of Goo.
And,
I can make
a really good
Gooey.
game.
I haven't played it yet. It's pretty well. It's not old now, but it's older now.
I've been on my phone.
It'd be like a really good mobile game. I'm not sure. Maybe it
is.
is on mobile.
It is. I have it on my phone. It's great. I got it in
Okay,
the
I was
Humble
gonna
Bundle.
say. Yeah.
But the game I've played the most is definitely Devil May Cry 4. And I guess we'll transition what we've been playing. Devil May Cry 4. I got really excited when I saw the footage from the new Devil May Cry, which is coming out at the end of January, I believe. I got really excited when I saw it because it looks like a fun hack and slash kind of thing.
Oh, nice professionalism. Thanks.
Wow, got a message on my phone.
Yeah, we can just stop the podcast now. Thanks.
Wow, dude, just call me right out. But I'm four hours into Devil May Cry now, and it's fun. The music is terrible.
I'll never play another hack and slash after Ninja Gaiden. Just not going to play another one. That is the most frustrating game in the world, so fuck Devil May Cry.
One of the worst soundtracks known to man in that game. It's like emo Japanese rock, kind of. It's like, it's really bad. Basically, if you've seen like the Metal Gear Solid trailers, like the new Metal Gear Solid, whatever that's called, Revengeance or whatever,
Yeah.
it's
Such a
that
horrible
music
title.
the entire time.
Metal Gear Solid cliche.
But but I'm loving it though. As far as like, I actually want to continue in the story and see what happens. The gameplay's fun, although it causes hand cramps.
Is it a controller game or do you use keyboard and mouse?
Yes, it's a fighting game essentially. There's combos and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Devil May Cry 4 is a good port too. That's the thing. It looks beautiful. It just looks phenomenal. on the
Capcom always
PC.
does good job with that.
Well, I was talking to Sage on Twitter, and I was like, should I get these? And he's like, Devil May Cry 3, I just opened it up. It has no options at all. I can only change the resolution. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not getting that one. But 4 has all the options. So, 4 is pretty good. But, yeah, that's what I've been mostly playing. That, and I essentially, quote-unquote, beat The Wonderful End of the World. But not really. So I know Brandon's been playing FTL. How's that going?
Yeah, FTL got it for $5. And pro tip, if you buy it from their website, you actually get a DM-free copy that actually goes through the Humble Bundle site. Like, it lists on your Humble Bundle page and everything. So I bought that for $5, got the DRM free copy and a Steam key. And I didn't really know I hadn't watched any gameplay or anything, but I'd heard good things, so I tried it. And I haven't really played many roguelike games where you have kind of just the one save and permadeath type thing. Unlike
best.
XCOM, yeah, it definitely adds a sense of weight to the decisions that you make, and it's really good. I've only played on easy because there's easy and normal difficulty, and as I mentioned on Twitter, normal difficulty in that game is basically like hell difficulty in any other game, because easy alone, it was already pretty difficult. And the only thing I don't like about it, like, the game itself is really cool. There's a lot of cool aspects to, like, managing your ship and attacking other ships. And there's a lot of different choices you can make as far as, do you want more shields? Do you want more powerful weapons? Do you want to augment your crew so that you can, if you get intruders in your ship, you can fight them off? So there's a lot of choices you have to make, and like, none of them are really better than the others. It just kind of depends on what you find and what you want to do. But a full playthrough of the game, if you were going pretty fast, would only take you like an hour or two. But the thing is that you
It's a speedrunning game.
get, yeah, kind of. You would have to get a little bit lucky though, because that's the one thing
It's
that
like
I
Isaac.
kind of don't like is a lot of it depends on, the drops that you get and some of the random events. Like, there are some random events where you're like, you see these aliens on this planet. Do you want to go investigate? And you can investigate, and maybe you get, some scrap metal and a weapon or something, or maybe your crew member dies. And like, those two things are so far removed that, occasionally you just start declining those every time, because the chance that a crew member dies, like, that's a huge deal. So I don't know that I love some of the choices like that I feel like that makes it unnecessarily random, when you can't control things like that. But overall, the game is very well done. It's absolutely worth $5, and I mean, I think probably worth $10 too. But I've already gotten several hours out of it, and I managed to beat easy on like my 6th try. And I mentioned that on Twitter, and I had some people tweeting at me that like they played for 20 tries or something and still hadn't beaten it, which I could see, because it's like you have to have a little bit of luck, and
Yeah.
you just have to. I mean, it took me probably 3.5 hours, because towards the end I was starting to analyze all of my decisions. And the cool thing though is, in any battle, like, at any time you can pause the game, so there's no pressure to to speed run it or anything. Like, you can always analyze where you're at in a battle and what you want to do from that point forward. So it really good game, and that's really all I've been playing lately, at least over the past few days.
Yeah.
because I've just had my laptop. And FTL, the graphics are okay for what it is, but it's
Soundtrack's
it would
phenomenal.
the
thing
soundtrack
about
is really good. I actually regret not buying the soundtrack, and I may go back and just pay extra to get it because the soundtrack is really nice.
the thing about FTL is I'm actually scared of that game, and I haven't even played it. Like me and my friend, we were looking at the Steam sales, and I'm like, should I get FTL? People are talking about this, and like he's explaining like all the different things you do in that game to me, and he's like, yeah, you got to like put out fires and you got to manage stuff, and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna buy that. I don't want to buy it because it's a bad game. I don't want to buy it because I'm scared of that game. That's why I'm
Yeah,
not gonna buy
there are
FTL.
so
It
many there
scares
are
me.
so many different choices you can make in terms of like how you want to upgrade your ship, and do you want to protect against fires, or like, it's just there's so many things where if you neglect something in favor of something else, that one thing you neglect, like if a fire catches in your ship, that can just destroy you. Like all of a sudden you thought you were doing really well, and now your whole ship is on fire and you can't recover. It's just stuff like that.
My friend scared me out of that purchase of that game because it intimidated me.
It's a lot like Isaac, but in space. It's like what
FTL,
it
you guys are
sounds like.
talking? FTL
Yeah.
right now? Sark that's like one of his game of the years, man. He loves it. He's pumped like probably 100+ hours into it so far, playing through like to unlock Brandon. I saw your tweet the other day about just unlocking, like you have to beat easy difficulty, right, to unlock normal and
Yeah.
on FTL.
Well, no,
And how like hard it
you
is.
can do normal right from the
Oh.
start, but if you do normal, you will kill yourself starting on normal.
Yeah,
You will
yeah.
absolutely kill yourself. I have only played on easy thus far, and I don't even know if I want to try normal because that's just it's not something I want to do. I know it's going to make me rage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's
sweet.
exactly how it is.
FTL.
So what about you, John? You just we've been about 3 weeks since we did this. TF2 or playing other stuff as well?
I'm still playing TF2. I mean, the ESEA season's going. We've been playing a lot of League of Legends and Far Cry 3. I'm still not finished with it. I'm trying to take my time and enjoy it because I tend to rush through games if I'm enjoying them too much, and then I never play them again. And now apparently I'm going to be playing these 6 games that I just bought after having not bought anything for a week. I didn't know Binding of Isaac, so I bought it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to pick up. The only thing about Isaac is that you never know when it's going to end. Well, with you starting out, it's gonna end pretty quickly. But it's basically I beat Mom for the first time after 32 hours of play.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that game scares me as well.
32
It's on my
hours?
list of games
32
that scare me.
hours. And I'm not.
I was
like,
planning on
super
playing it,
bad.
and now I'm rethinking that.
I'm not like super terrible at it, but I'm not good. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're
'Cause
bad, kid.
The first time you beat it, you only get the epilogue, which isn't an actual ending. I beat Mom's Heart twice. Twice in a row this weekend actually. But it was basically pure luck with items, and just like you said, Brandon. Like with FTL, going down to a planet, you might get scrap, you might get a sweet weapon, or you might lose a crew member, which could devastate you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's the same thing with Isaac. Like, if like with Isaac, well, the different characters do different stuff, but Isaac is the main one, and he's kind of the generic average everything to start.
Is he throwing apples or something? What is his weapon that you're
Tears.
using?
Tears.
Apples.
Okay. I don't know. I've
basic
only
gist
watched
of
like
this game-
away.
It's a fucked up game.
yeah.
It's
Isaac,
fucking like 50 megabytes too. That's what's so incredible about it.
yeah, it's Flash, which sucks. But other than that, it's good. Isaac has run away to his basement because God told his mom to kill him. So he's run
Wow.
into the basement, and
it's
there's
pretty
a lot
dark.
of it's pretty dark. There's a
Fucked
lot
up.
of poop. Yeah, you have to beat it. Someone in chat just filled me in on this, but I knew that. But you have to beat it 10 times to unlock the end game of Isaac. So I've
okay.
beat it 3 times. So the first time you just kill Mom, and then you have to kill Mom's heart, and I like 9 times, and I've done that twice. And I have.
What is the end game? What is the
Satan, I think. And
Oh,
eventually
okay.
you fight Isaac with certain characters, like you fight against Isaac. Yeah, 13 different endings. I'm up to 35 or 37 hours played now with 2 kills. 2 kills.
Holy shit.
So
That's crazy. And it's it's random, right? You're saying
yeah,
so you don't
everything's
know
random. So like
every
there's
time. Yeah.
the equivalent of what Brandon was saying about FTL would be
Yeah.
pills for Isaac because he has like average luck. If you take pills with Isaac, it's like a really high chance that he'll do something bad, but you could it could also power you up. There's more good pills than bad though. Someone told me today, which is good to know. I am an Isaac pleb. It's true.
Medium player.
Yeah, and the game
Isaac.
gets even harder with every amount of mom kills you get. Like it's, and it's totally random though. That's the thing that I love about it, is that it's totally random. Wow, Mr. Sark Astros.
Oh, nice hand-me-downs. You
That's
mad?
pretty
Yeah,
legit.
these were total hand-me-downs. After I had to use my Turtle Beaches for my Xbox gaming, so I had to make a sacrifice.
Astros are pretty damn comfortable though, I must say.
Yeah, these are some early Astros. But
It's all right,
anyway.
dude. You're on one.
So how is ESEA going though, John? Are you guys like
We've
undefeated?
only. Oh no, not at all. Our team, we're like trying to figure out what roles everybody's going to play. So we actually got 5-0'd our first game to a team that was probably better than us, but shouldn't have beat us 5-0. And so we had to switch roles. We've moved a demo to scout, our medic to demo, a soldier to medic, and a scout to soldier. Like, we're just flipping shit around. As long as we make the playoffs, we don't care. So we can afford
Right.
to lose like the first
regular
5
season
weeks or so.
shit if you can make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What is there divisions? Is it like
Yeah,
invite,
we're
meet it?
we're open right now.
Oh, you're
when
open,
when we played last, we were in SIVO main and we finished 9-3, and we were to move up to SIVO professional, and then we folded. So it's the same. It's almost the same exact roster as it was back then. So I'll be fine.
Nice.
Nice.
So devoting a lot of time to that. What about you, Knack Fenton? Know you've been hitting that Dota too. I know that. Or
I've been
watching
playing
it,
Dota
at
2,
least.
but I've honestly, Scout's honor, watching more Dota 2 than anything. I've been, well, not last couple days, but me boy Merlini on Twitch.tv.
What a
He do me
fantastic
good.
streamer!
He do me good. He do
What
me
a
real good.
fantastic streamer!
Dude is so
Merlini
great. Oh god, that guy is just ridiculous. But yeah, I just watch
He's
a lot
the
of that.
Skara of Dota 2. If I don't know if you've ever watched Skara, Scott,
He's
but
a beautiful
the Skara
man.
of Dota 2.
Yeah, Scar on Twitch. Yeah, I've watched him a couple times. Yeah, he's insane.
Merlini's just
What? Why is he so? Because does he talk through everything he's doing as he
yeah,
plays?
for the most part, he does a
Right.
lot of tips and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just a beast. I love watching him play Tiny. It just gets me rock hard, like Tiny.
Do you
Ripping
watch him
through
when
those
you're currently
jeans.
watching him, where like I can't see your mouth, your just eyes peek over the top of your monitor like that? Is that how you watch? Yeah, and then
Yeah.
have your.
And I just make noise. I just make.
Oh god. Jeez.
Oh yeah, Merlini.
I can relate to the watching more because I haven't been playing League. I mean, I haven't played League much in the last 2 weeks, but I've been watching tons of streams. I always watch streams, so that's what I've been.
I think, and then I've just been like dinkering around with all the games that I've gotten, that I've purchased.
Dinkering? Did you say
Dink-
dinkering?
Dinkering.
Oh.
That's not a word, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna roll with
No.
it. You gotta roll with the
Dinkering.
punches. All my country fans out there. But yeah, just dinkering around with all my games that I've gotten over the winter sale. You got a dinker in a little Skyrim. Oh, Shamno bought me that, and I'm
Nice.
super late on that game. You got to dinker a little bit into Warhammer, dinker in a little into XCOM, dinker a little into.
No, it's not gonna catch on. Just no.
You know what?
Did you get the whole 40 Warhammer pack, or was it
I
just
think
like
I did. I don't know what was in it. I just bought it. So I don't know if I'm like playing with the DLC on or not. I just bought it. It was
So I
like
heard-
$7.50. So I
I've
was like,
heard from everyone that Space Marine is good, like pretty much.
Well, that got a lot of acclaim when it came out. I heard that it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Marine.
I think I
Rip
got
THQ.
DLC because I got Chainsword, and I think the Chainsword is DLC.
But what about you, Scott? It's been 3 weeks since we've talked about what.
Yeah, it's been a while. What have I been gaming?
League, obviously.
League, yeah, League when if I'm at home. When I'm not at home, well, obviously I went back for a week this last week to Pennsylvania. So my brother had an Xbox and he had NHL 10, which was a go-to for years. That's all we played. Like we would just get together with friends and play that. So we played that a ton. We played Halo 3. Split screen multiplayer.
Ooh!
We do it all the time.
Good times.
Are you
can't
okay?
go wrong. You cannot go wrong with Halo
No.
split screen. That's always fun. I don't care.
We had a whole it was a whole thing though because so he had an Xbox. He has an older Xbox that doesn't have built-in wireless, and then we didn't have a long enough cord, Ethernet cord to get to download the game because I had it on my live account, and then I downloaded it, and then we didn't have any connection for the TV downstairs for HDMI. Oh god, it was a fuckery. But we were goddamn it, we were gonna play Halo 3 and
I bet
NHL
it
10,
was
and we
worth
figured
it.
it out. It was worth it.
You got to get that FFA on Guardian.
Yep.
Watch
Yep.
out.
We play. That's all we play, Nick. All we play is
Just
Guardian.
There's
That's it.
why play anything else.
That's it. That's all we play. So anyway, actually, our game type is called Team Vagisil, the Guardian team game we play. But anyway, that's a whole
Is it
other story.
infinite time set?
Yeah. It's just there's no time limit. It's just kills.
Yeah.
So yeah. See, Nick, we should get together and do that sometime. Maybe you come back out to California and stop being such a fucking punk.
Yeah. How
But
about
anyway.
I blow blunts in your face, bitch? 420. I'm rich as hell. I don't even know what that means. I don't know why that was my response, but
So that's
Oh
about
my
that's
God.
about it.
And you didn't
Vegan.
buy anything. I know you didn't buy anything on this.
No, I didn't buy a thing. I'm pretty broke, to be honest, after all this Christmas. My sister's getting married, and I had to buy plane tickets home. So, I mean, I could buy Steam games. It's just, I don't know. What deals did I miss out on? You guys got to fill me in.
You
on
could
all
either
that.
buy Steam games or Riot Points. Like,
That's true, yeah. And I
Yeah,
did get some
I
nice
love-
gifts from John and Fuzzy as well.
yeah, I did. I bought Scott the League of Legends character Twitch.
Smiley face.
John was
I
like-
tried him out. I like him. He's just so squishy, but God,
John
it's
messaged
fun.
me. He's like, "I'm gonna give this to all the machinima dudes."
Did you give it all everyone?
Ryan already has it, and I haven't been friends with him long enough, but I'm gonna send him Gangster Twitch, and I'm gonna tell him that I bought it using revenue generated to cover my overhead costs. So yeah.
Yeah, you should. That's funny. Yeah, and other than that, I got this is totally unrelated, but whenever you go home, there's always you always have to deal with possibly family drama because all the siblings, no matter how old you are, you fall back into your old roles, right? After a couple days. So I think a week back home is the right amount of time. But so my sister's getting married, obviously, so we had to get fitted for suits. And this is actually, so here we go. This is going to be accountability hour.
Indochino suit swag.
Indochino,
yeah,
hashtag Fwiz verified.
He's not here to defend himself, so let's go. Let's just go in. But yeah, Indochino. No, it was just it's a tailor from my fiance's cousin. Not my fiance. I don't know what I'm saying. I have a fiance as well.
Wow, you have something to announce?
But anyway, we got fitted for suits, and January 1st, I'm going on a serious weight loss deal where I'm going to drop half a person in 2 months. Not half a person, but a good amount of weight. So I was telling my sister, I'm like, well, maybe we should wait for fittings until it's closer to the wedding, because if I get this fitted now and I lose the weight that I want to lose, it's gonna be like I'm wearing pajamas. And she was like, anyways, then it was a whole thing, and she was like, well, weddings are expensive, and I'm like, yeah, I get weddings are expensive, but anyway, so that became a whole thing, but it ended up working out. That was the only crisis that that had to get averted. So anyway, but yeah, so you'll actually see if you guys follow. Shameless plug. Machinima Team Respawn on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. There will be a video actually of that too.
What a video!
Racist
What a
Santa.
fucking video!
A little proud of that one. That one's my brainchild. Sark
Quality
executed
content.
it as perfectly as he could. So anyway, that's it.
Also,
That's all I got.
On that
All right, guys, see you
subscription
later.
kick, you can
I'll
now
close out.
subscribe to our Twitch channel if you haven't noticed.
Yes. Did
Please do.
you guys already talk about that? I am.
Well, we did. We talked about it before the cast, but you can now do that.
Is there a reason that I don't have the icon on mine?
Probably cache needs to be
Yeah.
refreshed. but-
Put question mark any sort of numbers after the channel, after the URL, and hit enter. And you should be able to see it.
Yes, that's the way you can
Yeah.
do it now, or you can just wait. But all right, guys. I already mentioned when I've been playing lots of Binding of Isaac and lots of Devil May Cry 4, which I'm muting the music on after this podcast. And Minecraft, actually, the whole KBMOD crew, well, not whole, but 5 or 6 of us have been deep into the Minecraft.
Yeah.
Bob put up
I'll
a private
re-download.
server, and we've been.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing bribes going around for people trying to get that IP.
Yeah, it's
What-
been.
What happened with I've noticed the Minecraft explosion. My Twitter feed is just blown up with
Minecraft goes
screenshots.
if this to this
Goes in
is
waves.
here, it goes like this. It's just up and
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's as soon as Bob put up a server for us to play on, we were like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll play survival with a bunch of people. That's super fun. And you can just bullshit while you play Minecraft. There's nothing, there's no sort of urgent sort of
and you don't have to worry about people griefing, and if someone does grief, I'll end your fucking life, kid. I'll end it. I'll take your life.
And then someone made a loved at Minecraft
loved that Minecraft.
Loved that
Merkle's
Minecraft
first now.
because Ches was so bad at Minecraft. to start.
He asked the question, "Can I craft a cow?"
That
Oh.
happened. That
Oh.
occurred.
He asked that question. So
Well,
Yeah. that
some
was
people are
fun.
just lost and will never be saved, and that's.
We were in creative mode. That's his excuse. We were in creative mode.
let's craft a cow.
Daft cunts. Wow, he's very upset.
So after that, Ches went and watched 70 straight Minecraft tutorial videos on YouTube.
And I yelled at him about it
Oh,
constantly.
I give up on you fucks.
Not effects.
Defects. I'm sorry. All right, guys, that is what we've been playing. We're gonna take a 60-second commercial break, except for you subscribers, and then we'll be right back with a couple news articles to talk about. All right.
Are you saying that now we have subscribers, we can't say all the racist things we say during
no.
the breaks?
No, we can say whatever
God.
we want. No, you know how Twitch commercials work, right? Like, not everyone got those commercials anyway.
Yeah, no, I know anyway.
Is Ross in the chat? Because
Is Minecraft offline right now?
Don't upgrade to 1.4.6 if
Yeah,
you
you have to
play
be
on
on,
the server. That's for sure.
1.4.5.
Yeah, I
I
just
feel
had to re-download the game, so.
Do you want me to send you the jar file so you can roll back?
It's
Yeah, how do I
like
do
two.
that?
It's like 2 kilobytes.
Here. Yeah, I can send it through Skype real easy.
You sent him
You know
the
what's
jars of
funny
clay
is that
file.
this news article was like it was going to be a rant, but so much happened on it that it's not really even a rant
Yeah.
anymore.
It just went nuts. And I didn't actually add the last thing that I had in our news doc, which was like the executive producer like apologizing and shit.
Oh yeah, I can add that because I actually haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it. Not that it makes a difference at this point. But
I think, you know what, we've shit on a lot of games in our day, but this is
I'm proud that we called this one though. We called this one right before it blew up.
we did actually.
There was a lot of Warzy shitting on
We
that,
didn't-
and I actually was on the wrong side of this. Not the wrong side. I was just like,
no, you were
giving
like,
it
it could be good.
It could be. I was like, it could be, and then God
You
was
were
I
more
wrong.
in the middle. You were definitely more in the middle. I don't.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
just
usually.
like-
yeah,
No
I
one
don't
was
usually
gung
go
ho.
hard on games that I haven't
Yeah.
played, but
Yeah.
I had to make an exception.
Well, it definitely wasn't good. Though, actually, we can talk about this a little bit though, because I have seen. Well,
Wait, are we off
Are we
commercial?
back?
Yes.
Are
Okay, we
talking
are
about
back.
it now?
Yes.
All right. I'll let you lay it out.
All
and
right,
then I'll
I'm gonna
make-
let Brandon lead into this, guys. We're gonna do some news now, and we're gonna start out with a game you might have heard of, and you might have heard already because we just talked about it a little bit. The War Z has gone. It's been 3 weeks since we've done news, and the War Z has lived an entire life through that. So go ahead, Brandon. Start it off here.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know where to begin because it feels like this story could have happened over a year's time, and it was
Yeah.
all like 2 or 3 weeks. But pretty much right around Christmas, the War Z went into, I guess, what they called a foundational release, which means nothing basically. But the biggest deal was that they got released on Steam, and I'm not sure how they got on Steam because the game was like still in
They got
alpha or
greenlit.
beta.
They got greenlit. I
You know what
believe.
that told me? That told me that the Steam process for vetting is not very good. They don't really.
Well, yeah.
like
so
It
that's
is now.
That's the interesting
now,
thing is
yeah.
this whole story has kind of put a little bit of egg on Valve's face too, because one of the biggest deals was when they got on Steam, people were very quick to point out that their game description was complete lies. There were just basically all of the bullet points were like things that either weren't in the game or are being planned for the game but aren't there yet. So it was just inaccurate. And so people that were buying the game could conceivably have been misled. A lot of people may not have heard of the game, but obviously, where do you go to find out about the game? You go to the description and you look at it. So that was like the thing that started this whole deal. And then
And on paper, anyone who hadn't heard about War Z would be like, "Why the fuck wouldn't I buy this? It looks epic. All these
Yeah,
promises."
right, yeah, the description looks great. All of these features, but those weren't in the game. So one of the things that I looked at first that I thought was really interesting and hilarious is that they had a press release that went out that said that they had 600,000 registered accounts and 150,000 players daily. Now, take for a second, let's not even talk about the fact that that is a ridiculous number of active player base to have. But then they had an interview with MMORPG.com the same day as that press release, or like a day before or something. And it said that they had 500,000 registered accounts and 100,000 daily players. That's a big
difference.
That's
just
a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so honestly, I couldn't make this stuff up. So then the War Z, they're on Steam, they're getting a lot of flack and stuff, and then all of a sudden they get microtransactions, these microtransactions that allow you to revive your player early, because if you die, I think the respawn time
4
for a
hours
character,
now.
4 hours.
Right. I think before this patch it was an hour, right? And then they released a patch that made it 4 hours, but now you can pay to revive early. The most clear cash grab I have ever seen from a free-to-play game. Just completely blatant. And so this, obviously at this point, this was over, I guess, a course of a day or two. It snowballed, and like Reddit and their forums were just going crazy. At one point, their Steam forum, you could literally update it once a second, and there would be an entirely new set of posts on the front page. It was that ridiculous. And so after a day or two, Steam actually removed the game for purchase, which I have never seen Steam do unless it's been like a contractual dispute or something.
Yeah, like the EA
publishers.
games.
Yeah, publishers have pulled their games from Steam, but I don't think I've ever seen Steam actually say, we are removing this game because we want to.
Well, actually, I think they said because of the game, they deemed the game not finished.
Right,
Like,
and I think Valve was taking a little bit of flack too for having published an inaccurate description. Obviously, Valve is not creating the text that goes on those store description pages. They're sent that text.
Right.
But some people have argued, which you can agree or disagree with, but that Valve holds some sort of responsibility for vetting that description is at least somewhat accurate. Anyway, so they removed the game from Steam. But really the craziest thing about all of this is the interviews that have happened with the executive producer of this game, Sergey Tidov.
Can I just say? Can I just say? I've met this man in person. I have been in presentations with. Okay, can't tell you where, but I have been in a room with this man presenting other games that he's made, and as he sounds in that, he sounds even more douchey in real life. So just saying that now. Go ahead, because I totally.
He basically, I think the interview was with PC Gamer or someone. He did a few interviews over the course of a few days. And he basically said like people just misunderstood the description or something. Like he was basically saying like sorry that people misunderstood that. Just taking absolutely no responsibility for the fact that they published lies about the game, like features that were not in the game. The guy just did not get it. And once Steam removed the game, I think he started to understand. And that has finally culminated in like an open apology letter or something on their forums. But that doesn't even matter.
The open letter is hysterical.
This guy is so out of touch with reality. Like he seems to have almost an open disdain for trying to create a successful game. This is going to be a case study in game PR for years, because this guy has done so much to hurt his game in a matter of just a few days.
Everything you could ever do wrong in such a short amount of time has been done. I mean, this is the same person that was responsible in large part for Big Rigs.
I was going to say, I saw a video of Big Rigs.
I mean, do we have to... I mean, everyone gets second chances, but let's be honest. After Big Rigs, there should be no second chances.
Diction did a worst bad games video when he was doing his bad games.
It is considered the worst game ever by many.
Yep. There's a famous GameStop video review where the guy you can probably YouTube it. super
That's what I
famous.
watched. I saw that because I was curious about that game. Once I kept hearing bad things about it, that video was hilarious. He he
Hilarious.
gets up from his computer. He's like, I can't do this.
I can't do it anymore. It's
The-
it's
the
epic. Like the
trucks.
thing spinning and like
Yeah.
the odometer and the speedometer are spinning in circle. Oh, dude, it's not even. It was just like it was like someone. It wasn't a game. It was the same kind of thing. A lot of things that's running in with War Z. It seems like to me, like just unfinished and
I mean, don't you ever want to race big rig trucks? I think
Big
that's a pretty big market.
rig racing or whatever.
You could make a good game out of racing big rigs.
Yeah, it already happened actually. There was one
Now
in
this
the
is okay.
arcades,
So this is
but-
the point I wanted to bring up, and this is not a defense of any of this because he has handled this awfully. The company's handled it awfully. It's definitely a money grab, but I have seen a lot of not a lot of defenders, but there are some defenders who say when you actually get into the game and play it for what it is, it's not actually terrible. And I don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't say that. And
Here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and say those people are wrong.
Yeah,
Because
when you
I
get
think
syphilis and you accept it for what it is, it's really not that bad. It's
No,
not
I
that
think
bad,
if you
guys.
And that's
spent money on this game,
experience,
if
thing,
you've
so.
spent money on this game, there are some people that are going to want to justify that purchase. But
Right.
this is clearly one of the worst purchases you can make. I watched a YouTube video of it. It looked awful. I hadn't even watched any gameplay or anything because I just didn't care. But then once all this stuff started happening, I was like, all right, I've got to see if the game itself looks any good at all. And I mean, I guess it looks very mediocre. But then, like, when you put in the microtransactions and all of that, and just a lot of the accusations that have been thrown around their forums, it's just not that you should not support a developer like that. It is clearly a cash grab.
Yeah.
And the past 2 weeks made that so abundantly clear. It's
That was
amazing.
my problem with it. Was like when we first visited this game, it was like this is clearly a cash grab to me. I don't care if it's good. It's like if they don't care about the game, they very well could shut down the servers in 6 months and just be like, "Fuck it," and you couldn't do anything about that. You couldn't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
This
point.
letter
I just
is just. I'm reading through it as we're talking. I know that to some people, my words won't matter much. I understand that. I hope that will change as we move forward and deliver the features that our players have been waiting for. You aren't going to deliver anything, dude. You're just not going to deliver.
They've already made their couple $1,000,000 off of it. They don't give a shit.
They don't give
They
a
just
shit.
don't care. It's very
falling.
easy to tell when a developer just wants money for their game. And this guy is very bro swag YOLO. Like you
Yeah.
could tell looking at him. He thinks very highly of himself. He thinks he's just the bee's knees. And now he's
John.
rich as fuck because you're dumb.
John, this is a life-changing event for his team and himself. Okay.
Well, here's
Yeah,
what I
but
don't
it's
get,
life
like-
changing because you're fucking rich now.
Yeah.
because he
That's
just
why-
paid $3 million.
Have fucking you
Yeah,
have
but
a
here's the
hurt
thing.
or
Here's the
something.
thing that I don't understand is they may have made money off of this game in the short term, but them as a studio, you are gonna every time you Google anything about these guys, you're gonna get hundreds of links from all of the game sites that have reported on all this stuff that's happened over the past few weeks. These guys, no one is gonna buy their next game.
Yep. No one's going to buy
I
it.
would say that, but there's a lot of dumb consumers out there. There's a lot of people. See, we're so embedded. I mean, it's hard to miss the War Z controversy, but there's still people that don't follow any kind of video game news, or you know what I mean. Like there are people that will buy it, and what
50%
sucks
of,
is
of gamers don't follow us anything like that.
yeah,
I'd say at
exactly.
least 50% because most people
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
So you'll
But
get
Total
those.
Biscuit-
Yeah, like I feel bad for the guys that actually are talented that worked on this team. That I'm sure there are that are going to be associated with the War Z, and they'll probably, I'm sure, try to distance themselves as much as possible. I mean, this guy's clearly, like you said, John, he's a holier than thou, thinks he knows what he's talking about, and he I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, like I don't know, is it still the servers are still up? I'm assuming, right, with War Z and all that
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
The game is still
But
up.
it will be.
They'll
I
remain
would,
up because no matter Total Biscuit said this perfectly. He said no matter how shitty a game is, there is somebody who likes it.
that's
So
true.
there's
Yeah,
there's
that's true.
something for everybody. Somebody will like the game, and somebody will continue to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody thinks we're dumb for saying that it sucks, but it
Yeah.
fucking sucks. It's terrible.
All right. Confirmation that it sucks. IGN gave it a 4.3.
Wow.
That's
IGN.
slightly
That's
over
like-
half of an 8.5.
I was gonna say that's
so,
half.
I
That's
mean,
half of what they normally give.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
you know when IGN's throwing a little dose of honesty into the reviews, shit is bad.
Yeah.
You know it's really gotten. Even they wouldn't even take money for a review on this time, so that's epic.
I also just before we move on to another topic, we were talking about big rigs. And after I watched that video, I went and looked at Metacritic to just look at the reviews. And the funny thing is that because it's such an old game, they say, well, they all say 10, but I guess that's 10 out of 100. But the GameSpot tagline is just amazing. It says, "So astoundingly bad that it manages to transcend nearly every boundary put forth by some of gaming's absolute worst of the worst, and easily makes it into that dubiously extraordinary category of being one of the most atrocious games ever published."
Wow.
Just like,
Holy shit.
wow, dude. Just like,
That is going in.
things that don't
God.
hold back include that guy. Goodness. Damn.
Oh,
So yeah, the War Z. You could spend a whole day going through this like
You-
3-week saga.
It's
You know what? Someone
reminded
needs to
me-
make a
Go ahead.
documentary, man, about it.
You know what it
'Cause it would be
reminded me
hilarious.
of was if I don't know if anyone here reads Ars Technica or has heard of the anonymous HB Gary scandal from last year. I think it was last year. Well, basically, I'll just give you the skin and bones of it. Basically, a federally contracted security company. The guy who ran it basically challenged Anonymous. Like, he was like, "You can't take us down, dude."
Oh, God.
And they basically took everything of his down. And they took the company down and everything, and it was a big disgrace. But Ars Technica ran this, like, it was like, every week there would be a new story breaking about HB Gary or something that happened with it. And this is exactly the same thing. And Ars Technica ended up making it into, like, an ebook that you could download, like, all their articles of it. It was so epic, dude. It was so epic. Anonymous just shit on him left and right. They took his Twitter, like, they took his Facebook, they took the company's emails, like...
Holy shit.
It was epic, but this reminds me of that because it was just like every other day I'd look and collect my news for the day, and it would just be like, oh, another War Z article about something terrible that happened with this game.
Yeah, this situation is going to justify game PR budgets for years.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
God, we have to have a good face. Look
Everyone's like, we cannot have a War Z situation. It's going to become a way to describe it.
What was his name?
Like, we just War Z'd the fuck
Sergey
out of it.
Titov.
Sergey?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Sergey.
we can't Sergey ourselves, guys. Calm it down.
Don't do that.
No Sergey.
But up next in our bigger news stories, just a couple this week, as we move into a slightly different podcast format here. But man, the inevitable has happened. THQ has filed for bankruptcy.
Well, it's so weird that they had that humble THQ bundle. It's almost as if they were trying to salvage any money they could get right before
They filed.
for bankruptcy.
They probably filed before that. That's just
yeah.
extra money in their pocket. What they're doing, they're basically just restructuring their company. They're not going away, and there's not going to be any games canceled.
They have a lot of games on tap.
Everything is on delay now, though. They said everything is on.
They're
delay.
selling their company, and they're going to use the funds raised from the Humble Bundle to be able to control a part of that company in an effort to buy it back once they're more financially stable. Is what's going to happen, I think.
Yeah, there's so many good games here that it's very good that they say in here that they will continue development on games like Last Light,
Company of Heroes 2.
Company of Heroes 2, and possibly Darksiders needs a 3 and 4.
It does need 2 more at
essentially.
the bare minimum.
Yeah, and I would totally play those games, by the way. But they've made so many good games. It's just, it would be a shame. I hope they do what you said, John, and they stay around. It would really suck to see them bought by somebody else and then just closed and those IPs go away. Mainly because I would guess that Last Light is probably 90% done. Like,
Company of Heroes 2 is done too.
yeah, like, it would just be really shitty. Or Saints Row the 4th. Yeah, we need another Saints Row game. Saints Row the 3rd is fantastic.
Yeah, if you want Saints Row gameplay, check out APLFisher playthroughs on YouTube. And you
Okay,
can see
don't
5
even
parts.
call me out. Don't. Okay.
5
Nick.
parts.
You know what? Shut up.
We recorded We
Part.
recorded a 3-hour session, and you've uploaded about 1 hour
I
of
think
it.
I still
So,
have them sitting on my hard drive in a folder. I gotta upload the rest of this, but
so if you want consistent uploads, check out APLFisher playthrough
Fisher
on
playthrough.
YouTube.com.
So yeah,
It's your
it
boy.
would be it would really suck if they did end up folding completely. I hope they don't.
I don't think they will. I mean, because if anything, they would potentially like spin off studios or something. There's still a lot of value there.
Yeah.
Just obviously some mismanagement.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention even Homefront, which from multiple people I've heard is a pretty damn good game actually.
It actually
And,
was really good on PC. It's
and
damn shame.
Homefront 2 was in development, and it just
ran
sucks.
sub 30 frames on console, but I heard it was good on.
Your boy XL Nemo just gifted it to me on Steam right now, so he's your boy. He's also dropping out codes in the street.
Let me say something that yeah, people are dropping out codes in the stream.
So
which is
that's
why you
pretty
should tune
pro.
in live during Steam sales, especially apparently. But during my morning stream today, dude, bros were just sharing codes left and right. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it's a season of giving, and when you can give somebody a fucking game for $2, people are gonna start giving shit
Do
away.
it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, I almost have the winter badge, and the only thing I need to do is give a gift to someone. So I'm pretty much gonna do that just to get the badge.
I'm not afraid, to say this or anything. I have been gifted probably 10 games during this. It's been kind of crazy.
Claudio gifted me Dishonored today.
Yeah, he gifted me
bro.
Dark Souls because I think he wants me to kill myself. But yeah, I got gifted Dark Souls, Dear Esther, Assassin's Creed 3, all kinds of stuff. It's been crazy. You guys are a great community. I want to say that. It's seriously, because you've given me lots of games and lots of stuff to play through. And as I said earlier, playing through Walking Dead, which was gifted to me starting Tuesday. So we'll do that.
That's the great thing about the Humble Bundles too, is I've given out a couple codes just because, like, as I get more Humble Bundles,
buy it anyway.
I mean, the games overlap sometimes, and so just give away the extras.
It was like Oprah Winfrey this morning. We were like, and you get a game, and you get a game.
You get to pay the taxes on the game. Enjoy. I'm gonna buy you a $60,000 car. You get to pay $20,000 in taxes.
So, but some quick news here to follow up that. Let's hope THQ stays alive. The Haswell specs leaked for those who are interested in a new processor upgrade. I would say if you have a Sandy Bridge right now, this might be the next thing you're looking at, but possibly might not even want it then. But basically,
you can't tell a whole lot from the spec sheet. You can't really tell because it's like the clock speeds, whatever.
They're all the same. They're all the same.
Yeah, the lineup looks fairly similar to what Ivy Bridge is.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see the benchmarks.
So it's pretty much the same in that way. But if you want to take a look at that, it's over on PC Gamer and actually probably a million other sites at this point. As I said, it's been 3 weeks, so lots of.
I think the initial site was VR Zone. It's like a Chinese site, so
yeah, they leak a lot. They leak a lot. This is kind of the big one of the quick hits here. D3 PvP is shelved for now.
Well, not dueling, but team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch, yeah, which is supposed to be like the arena mode kind of thing, has been shelved. You will be able to duel in patch 1.07 whenever that comes out. But yeah, team deathmatch shelved, which kind of like
It's Diablo 3 though, so nobody really gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, at this point.
Well,
how many active players still play D3? By the way, I'd be interested.
Apparently, it's still relevant on Twitch, so it just confuses me though.
Really?
Like when I go on Twitch, it's like right there. It's either in the it's usually in the second row.
I played it a couple weeks ago for a few hours. So
the funny thing is, the game has evolved so much compared to launch. Like the stuff that you could have sold on the auction house for 5 million credits is now like 10K. Literally, the itemization is so far ahead of what it used to be. I think that PvP could help revitalize the game, and that's. I didn't even really know what to expect from PvP, but having the team deathmatch shelved is like someone was saying that's disappointing, and I agree. Obviously it's not great, but the worst thing for Blizzard will be putting out a bad product. Yeah. Because all the stuff they put out, even though Diablo 3 was not what a lot of people wanted, it's still a very polished product. And if the team deathmatch wasn't good, I'd rather see Blizzard shelve it when obviously they've put a lot of resources into it. Like they wouldn't make that decision lightly.
They wouldn't play it. That's why they shelved it. That was
Yeah, I mean, and
ridiculous and amazing.
that's honestly, I feel like we should be applauding that kind of decision where they've put research and development into, a feature for the game, and at a certain point they just say, listen, this just is not fun. This is not something we should put in our game. And so
Yeah.
they said they were going to add a different mode that's not TDM. So, I'm sure they'll be creative and come up with something more interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that they shelve it instead of put something out that that they didn't really feel good about.
All I know is that
Hopefully they'll put in
feel-
like a kill confirmed or something. They're not gonna do that.
All I know is
Great.
that feel from D2 when a level 99 would join your game and go immediately hostile. That feeling will never happen again. And that was the best/worst feeling you could ever have. Some dude coming in ready to PK you. It was just like, oh, fuck. Click, get the fuck out. You just try to quit as fast as possible and hope your guy wasn't there. Oh, man. That was the best. Yeah, I want an expansion for that game. I will buy it. I will buy an expansion for Diablo 3.
I don't know that they'll do many expansions though, because I think
3
that was.
were on the roadmap. 3 were on the
Well,
leaked stockholder roadmap.
I mean, hopefully the real money auction house thing was a way to make more free content, and the PvP stuff has to be free. I mean,
yeah,
they promised that at launch, and so the PvP stuff is going to be free. So when you look at the game, it was released like 8 months ago, like April.
Mhm.
I mean, the game has already changed pretty significantly from where it was 8 months ago, and I feel like with PvP, it'll probably change even more. I don't really know what the best time to jump into D3 is. Like, if you already own it, every 8 months, I feel like you can jump in and get a completely different game than you left.
Yeah, definitely. So next up, Rise of the Triad. Yes, the new one coming out, which actually followed us on Twitter the other day. Their Twitter account.
Smart move.
New
Good move by them. Yeah,
new
agreed.
trailer is out. It's only like a minute long, but it shows more gameplay. So if you're interested in that game, which will be just batshit insane whenever it comes out, it's being made by Apogee again, which like makes me have faith in it. I was super pumped to see that. Rise of the Triad. I'm guessing it'll be a $15 to $20 title, maybe $30. It's not going to be a full $60 game. It's just not. And it'll be really, really fun. It will be the name of that game. It will not be about, being serious at all. Because the first game was just all about having organs rain down your screen. And
I was going to say, it looks like it kind of revels in being over the top. Like,
Yeah.
that's its claim to fame.
yeah, thank you to Sean in chat. Shoutouts to Flying Eyeballs and Livers. Yeah, because that was like, and you could put a more gore code in that game, which was like,
It's out of control. Yeah.
I feel like more games need that. Like the Counter-Strike mod where you could like shoot someone with a headshot and just blood went
Just
like
blood.
way
Oh
up
yeah.
in the air.
Loved it.
Those are great. We need more games like that with just
Yeah.
goofy, like over the top gore.
And then we need Fox News and CNN and MSNBC to do
Yeah,
stories
blame-
on how that's
blame it.
causing all the shootings.
yeah,
So
obviously Mass Effect 3.
clearly,
Up next,
Yeah, I wish I could have gotten footage of Rise of the Triad at QuakeCon, because just watching it, even an early build, looked really cool. So I'm looking forward to this game.
Yep,
Yeah.
it'll be sweet. Next up, real quick, if you're a Linux dude or you want to get into it, Steam for Linux beta is available to everyone now. You can just get it, so no need to. That closed beta lasted about 3 months, I think, but Valve's pretty confident in that going, and I know our own Sean is using it. And lastly, we love to do these lists just because PC Gamer has some good choices out there. PC Gamer listed their in their kind of end of year wrap up their best graphic mods of 2012. I'll go ahead and link that in chat, but we'll put that in the description for the audio post as well. But PC Gamer put out their list of the best graphic mods of 2012. And go check that out. I didn't even know the BF3 one that leads it off existed.
I didn't
But-
either. That's the one that I was going to mention. Like this Sweet
Lord.
FX. I hadn't even heard of this, but it sounds incredible.
Yeah. So it looks pretty good. There's obviously a Skyrim pack in there, as you would imagine. There's a bunch of other games. Deus Ex, Mass Effect, a few other games in there. So go check that out if you're into modding. And they all look really good. We're going to take a quick 60-second break and come back with what games we're looking forward to in 2013, and then finish up with Twitter. So we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, that Sweet FX mod is like a game agnostic mod. It's just
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I'm gonna have to try that
Tweaks
out.
existing settings so you can use it during multiplayer and shit. Like, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
that's awesome.
it's not gonna get you banned like that color change mod or whatever. I'm on Argon Wild. I'm
wait,
sure
well,
you are actually.
I'm always on it, but I don't even need to say it.
It's
just,
actually
it's just
APL has it set so when he opens up his browser, it's one of the tabs.
It is. No, it really is.
It's one of his
I
most
could take a
frequent
screenshot.
sites when he opens a new tab. It's right
I've
there.
sent it to you. I've sent it to you.
Scott doesn't even use regular mode. He always surfs in incognito.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he doesn't use incognito. He doesn't care.
I don't care. On my computer here, yeah, I don't care at all. If someone wants to come and see what I've been browsing, then they can, It's all right.
Let's
I'm
be
not
honest. If
ashamed.
they have access to your home, it's already over.
I feel like girls in yoga pants is better, but let's go to
That is good too. There is something to be said for a little bit of modesty. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't have to see it all. Sometimes you just want to imagine how good it is.
All right, guys, we are back
It's
after
so real.
that porn-filled break.
Okay. Go to post 23. That's all I'll say. Thank you. All right.
We are back here with the round table here, and I'm just going to go around and ask people, maybe we'll discuss a little bit, what games are you looking forward to in 2013? So
Bioshock.
we'll start with Brandon here.
Bioshock Infinite.
Start with Brandon, but Nick will answer. No, start with Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one that stands out to me is SimCity, just because I feel like they've done a good job of showing me what is
That
actually going to
engine.
be in that game. So that above all else, like because we've already seen some gameplay and stuff, that as much as I really would hate to have to boot up Origin again, that I'm leaning more and more towards purchasing that, especially since I showed that to Hillary, my girlfriend, and she doesn't even like games, and she was excited about it. So I may get it just to try and get her hooked. Also, the StarCraft 2: Heart of the Swarm. I don't really play any multiplayer StarCraft 2, but I loved that single player campaign. So I will definitely be getting that just because I thought the single player campaign for StarCraft 2 was the best RTS single player I've ever played. And so Heart of the Swarm, pretty much instant purchase for me just to do that single player. And then probably BioShock Infinite, and I'm still holding out for Elder Scrolls Online. I think that could be cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I can't. I won't. I'll get it, and then I'll get a subscription, and then a month later.
Oh yeah, we
Actually,
should play it. We should play it. We went.
I'll force Nick to get it too, and then 3 days later I'll be like, I'm not interested.
We went in. We were late game. We were raiding. Oh man, Terra was a great time. What a great.
It really got crazy, man. Around level 40 plus, it gets to be a grind, but
And obviously standalone Daisy, but that's just a given.
Yeah.
You kind of hit all of mine.
What about
Brandon.
you, John?
Team
TF3?
Fortress 2. some new update for TF2, whatever they have in store there. I agree with Brandon with Heart of the Swarm.
With TF3?
Heart of the Swarm.
They will, but it'll be in like 2035.
I was huge. I was huge into the StarCraft 1 and Brood War campaigns, and then I just didn't even buy StarCraft 2 because I was like,
Dude,
I'm gonna be so
the
bad
StarCraft
at
2
this,
single player is really very, very good.
but I should play it because the story is really good, at least in the original game.
The story's good, and the mechanics, like the one thing with RTSs of old, they always played kind of the same. Like you had different units and stuff, but the missions themselves were just maybe harder or something, or you might have like one unit, and if that unit dies, the mission's over. But StarCraft 2 did a really good job of kind of every mission, or for the most part, just about every mission has kind of a unique element to it. And so every mission feels different, and you're kind of looking forward to what the new element's going to be that you find, once you keep advancing.
Yeah, I should check it out sometime. Is it still $60 or whatever?
No, I think they've had sales on it. I think it's been down to 20 or 30.
I should check
And I
it
bet
out sometime.
when Heart of the Swarm comes out, I can guarantee you it'll be on sale.
Nice. I'm gonna hit you with 6 racks, bitch.
Whoa, dude.
Wow,
Whoa,
violent.
dude.
I mean, for me, what I'm looking forward to in 2013 is playing every single free-to-play that comes out because, god damn, I can't get enough of all these sweet free-to-plays. Let me tell you. That's not sarcasm at all. No, I don't know. Like the ones Brandon said, I'm down. SimCity is definitely my number one because I love SimCity, and this the new one looks amazing. But you did have something on here too, Dan, which we don't have to go too deep into. But you did kind of say, what? Oh, you already deleted it. Well,
Metro
okay,
Last Light. Metro Last Light too. I forgot to mention that. I'm
but
really looking forward to
you
that.
had talked about like what did we, the year of like looking back. We kind of already
2012?
did that in the show, but I mean that was clearly the year of free to plays. I mean, I guess
free to plays and Kickstarters.
Zombies Killer
Kickstarters,
on
God
Unreal
damn.
Engine 4. That's something that I'm very excited for as well.
Yes, the new zombie game. If you guys haven't heard about this, and yes, we pimp zombie a lot, but that's because they're good dudes. Scott knows some shit about this game, and he's not saying.
I am so dude.
Can't
I
say.
am literally. I can tell you. I have a fucking massive erect boner every time I think about it. It is going to be
How about you hit me
fucking
up?
amazing. It's going to be amazing.
So it's Zombies' new game is going to be like psychological horror and Unreal Engine 4. So
Zombie doesn't make bad games, just so you guys know they don't.
Well,
Can I
not
also
since
brag?
Jared. Not since Jared. They used to
well,
make
not
some
since Jared. Not
really
since
bad
Jared.
games. But for me, a couple of ones that we haven't mentioned, Path of Exile going into full version. Definitely looking forward to that. Playing a fully polished game with the new content in it. Special Forces Team X, maybe the most fun I've had playing a shooter this year, just because the pace and everything in that game is great. But for me, Watch Dogs is far and away number one. I don't even know what it's going to be like, really, but the trailers were so good that they had me sucked in. And Ubisoft, as much
Dead
as
Island, anyone?
Ubisoft, as much as we shit on them, doesn't usually fail too badly with the game itself. So
What's weird to me is it seems like Far Cry was one of their least hyped games this year. Like they didn't really do much for it other than take it to shows, and it's the best game they've probably ever done.
yeah, and Assassin's Creeds are all pretty good. So I mean, I have a lot of faith in Watch Dogs. It looks like it's going to be cool. Special Forces Team X, we still don't have a release date. People asking.
Soon.
Soon. TM.
Can I say what mine are actually?
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, BioShock Infinite. Nice. Just
Yeah,
BioShock.
I
No,
feel-
and Special Forces Team X and Dota 2 when it gets fully released if they add
Can I ask
crafting.
you all something? Do I need to play BioShock 1 and 2 before I play Infinite?
No, it's a different thing.
Okay.
No, but
I would
recommend playing
assume
them
I
both just
don't
'cause they're
know
very
the
good.
story.
I liked
So.
2 better than 1, but I think I might be different than most people.
So,
2
alright.
had better mechanics, but 1 had a better story, I'd say.
So Special Forces Team X is in February? Okay. Well, there you go. Probably
Let me
pending
just brag real
Microsoft.
quick though about that new zombie game. Jared told me I was the inspiration for that game, so I was like very excited about that. It doesn't
I
mean
get
I will.
Excited that you want to
like
put
that.
the mic in your mouth.
What, you being terrified?
Yeah,
Just
me
you
being terrified was his inspiration, which I was like, well, that's really loose, but I'll take it. That's
Well, knowing
extremely.
you in and of itself is kind of a psychological thriller.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
I
true.
was I was like, can I be a playable character that just screams my ass off? Like it's not even good. Like it's just you run around. I piss my pants. It's like, yeah, we'll see. So anyway,
So,
He's gonna have you do all the voiceover work.
yeah, no, I don't think that's happening.
Some Counter
I
Strike
excited to
shoutcasting
play
in there.
Yeah,
Some fat coming cock going on in that game.
in the game.
so let me ask
Yeah.
you a question since that didn't actually take as long as I thought it was going to. What do you guys think, since now we've had these last... KBMOD's been around since 2011, about halfway through. Not since we existed as a site, but like 2011 versus 2012, which was the better year. I think 2012 was the better year of gaming. Because I think... Or 2011, I mean. Because 2012, I think, had the potential to be like the best year ever.
The biggest
For gaming.
release, the biggest, most anticipated release of 2012 was the biggest letdown I've ever experienced in games.
Yeah, D3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would, and I mean, there's World of Warcraft expansion. That's always really exciting for gaming. But when it ends up being the same exact game still, there's nothing groundbreaking
It was
for PC
like,
this year.
I remember us sitting here at the award show, the first award show, and being like, 2012 looks ridiculous. We got like Max Payne 3. We've got, Wow, I'm blanking on all these games. Diablo
What a
3.
list, like the litany of games.
Um,
Max Payne 3.
And
Halo,
other games.
Halo, even Halo 4, and like even though
Yeah.
that's console, but like Borderlands 2,
Borderlands
and,
2, Dishonored.
yeah,
there
Black
was-
Ops 2, like all these, sequels. There's a lot of sequels, but it was stuff that hadn't been games for a while. Like Max Payne 3, man. When we heard that was coming out, it was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, Max Payne, because Max Payne 1 and 2 are such a
So
like
good.
the canon of PC gaming includes Max Payne 1 and 2. But yeah, Mass Effect 3 was another one, and that just people were not happy. Dishonored was trash. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
It was Game of the Year, so
it was
it's
Game
okay.
of the Year with PC Gamer and Ars Technica as well. Anyway,
Kyle
Yeah.
Orland wrote the one for Ars Technica. Thanks.
Kyle Orland.
Matey,
Yeah, never
thanks for
mind.
playing.
No credibility.
Yeah,
anymore.
let's not go down that rabbit hole,
alright.
please.
But yeah, I think 2011 ended up being better simply because of basically Skyrim alone. I think
True,
was better
Skyrim
than
definitely,
any game
yeah.
that came out in 2012.
Skyrim like brought people together who don't even play those kind of games, like me. Like I put so many hours into Skyrim, and I didn't never played Elder Scrolls or any of them. God.
It seems like a lot of people's gaming tastes did evolve significantly in 2012, though. Like I think everybody here in particular.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you have me, Brandon, and Scott who are playing a fuck ton of League of Legends. Last year we weren't going to play that shit.
No. That's true.
Yeah, I was actually gonna, I agree with that. That I don't know if 2012 necessarily had, when you just look at apples to apples, like the games themselves were better. But I think the industry as a whole, like gaming, is becoming a lot more mainstream. And I feel like you mentioned League of Legends. I feel like now League of Legends is sort of turning into World of Warcraft in the kind of the pop culture references.
Yeah.
And like
kind of.
you have a lot of people now where you might meet someone at work and never know they played World of Warcraft, but like you discovered that you both play it and like you hit it off with that friend. I feel like games like League of Legends and these other free-to-play games and stuff that are going big, those are kind of the new World of Warcraft, in that you don't realize that a lot of people around you probably play those games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I know a lot of people that I work with don't game at all except League of Legends. Like that's what they play. They aren't really gamers per se. Like
Right. There's a lot of
like
those.
they
No,
have
that's a good
they have a
point. I know lot of
shitty
people.
laptop and they play League of Legends on it.
Some
Absolutely.
people hate esports, but I'm going to tell you right now, this was the best year by far for esports, and esports is what's going to make people not think you're a fucking dweeb
Yep.
because you
Yeah.
spend all of your time playing games.
Fucking
That is the
fighting
only
game
way
community.
to make games mainstream, really, and like accepted, is for it to be considered a professional sport, which is happening.
Plus every year we get closer to the people that don't understand video games die off. So, in the next
That's true. No, you're
40
actually right,
years, they're all going
to
be
be
gone.
honest.
So,
Well, I
If you
think
really wanna
I think
look at
too
it that way.
the one other point that I would make is that I just had it and I just lost it. Someone else talk. I'm terrible.
everyone to maintain silence.
I really can't remember what I was going to say.
But I think
It's all right.
the PC expanded so much over the last couple of years, and a lot of it is due to this extremely, extremely long console cycle.
That's
but
true.
it's coming up
That's true.
more now than ever. Especially, I think a big thing now is going to be Unreal 4, because these Unreal 4 games, people want to play these Unreal 4 games, and the only place you're going to be able to play them until PlayStation 4 or Xbox 1080 or whatever the fuck it's going to be, you're not going to be able to play Unreal 4 until those consoles come out, if you're a console gamer.
And even then, your Unreal 4 experience will be
it's
extremely
probably not
limited.
gonna be very good.
There's not going to be DirectX 11, 12, whatever the fuck they do with that. There's not going to be any of that. It's going to be DirectX 9. There's not going to be tessellation. There's not going to be anything.
Yep. And you're not going to get Fortnite or the zombie game on your console. You're not going to get that quality. Unreal 4 looks insane. And I believe Jared, even though it was just a press release, I believe when he says it allows them to work in ways they had only dreamed of before. I mean, it's a whole new engine. And Unreal 3 changed the game considerably. And
I've seen he showed me very early, like super early, screenshots of Unreal 4, like just with the tech that they've been developing, it looks better than like dude, it looks better than anything that's out. I mean, it's just fucking phenomenal. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be John's system's gonna be justified for once. It's
And
gonna be able to.
PS4, we have no date at all. Like, not even remotely. There's not even. And Sony's obviously
maybe
in
Sony
the
should just
shitter.
die.
Sony's in the shitter, like you would believe. So, and then the Xbox, I know for a fact, is delayed because of all the AMD problems. So even if it was gonna come out like middle of this year or Christmas 2013, it probably won't now. It's probably gonna come out.
I think the earliest we start seeing that stuff is E3 this year, and that is starting to even feel early.
Yeah, I just don't think we're gonna see much. We might see specs or something. Like
I think every day we don't have a new console. That's what I was going to say earlier when I forgot. Was that I think the long console cycle this year especially has really helped the PC space because there's so many people now that can grab an affordable PC and get a much better graphical experience than you can currently get on consoles. I mean, I understand games like Halo 4 or whatever are doing great things with the limited hardware they have, but those are a very rare exception. I mean, for my money, I think 720p on an Xbox does not come even close to the 1080p experience that you get on most PC games. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are seeing that, and a lot of people want better graphics than we had in 05.
Mm-hmm. And and even if you play like an HTPC experience, like an APU or something, which I have done now, even that 720p, you can still do more in that 720p than you can on an Xbox, simply because you can put on anti-aliasing and you can do all these things. I've played Blacklight on my on my HTPC upstairs on an APU in 720p, and it's looked pretty good. It's not running an extremely high frame rate, but it looks good. Looks really good. So that life cycle definitely is something to look at. But the price of games obviously has always been our big proponent, and I think we've converted a lot of people who watch the podcast weekly, or stop into streams or tweet at us. I think we've converted a lot of people just based on the fact that you can buy 1 million games on a sale for nothing.
You get 30 indie games for $70. Go get that on your Xbox.
That's $10 more than a AAA title, and you'll get. There were at least, I was looking through that, there's like 35 games in there, something like that. At least 70% of those are good. Like, good games, So, there you go. We're going to take a little break here and then come back with the Twitter questions and the end of the cast. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
Could have sworn you just said we're gonna cake, and I got so fucking excited.
Eat some damn cake.
Get some cake up in here.
That would actually be really bad for you, because I would eat the cake here, and you would have to watch.
I would have to watch you do it. Yeah, that'd be heartbreaking.
God, this is good.
I have one more day before, till the new year before I can still eat what I want.
Are you gonna like completely binge tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be debauchery in many different formats, but one of them will be in my diet. Yeah, and then we'll see. Starting January 1st, I gotta
just wake up and like roll around in powdered donuts.
That would be a good. Maybe I'll go to 7-Eleven and get some. That's a really good idea. Roll around in powder. Get them in my pores. Oh yeah.
Up next here, we've got Twitter and now email questions. If you have a more involved question you want to send us, a longer question or something you needed to explain in it, you can send it to community@kbmod.com, and you can do that anytime, and it doesn't have to be gaming based necessarily. The ones I chose this time are, because it's the first time I've asked for those. But the first one here is from @PwnedByPenguins on Twitter. If you could not play video games, what is another hobby you would pursue?
Prostitution.
It's not a hobby.
That's a good hobby.
Available.
Keeps you
Coding.
busy. Coding.
Yeah. I'm actually pursuing coding right now.
I would have to do something that still involved a keyboard.
I would read more, to be honest. I would read more. I don't read at all anymore, and it sucks.
I read a lot.
Oh, you don't go and read it?
Reddit.com/read/girls in yoga pants.
LayXD, read it. Oh man.
Oh, man.
What's your
No, I
favorite
don't.
subreddit?
Please don't start this now.
Oh,
My
God.
hobby would be becoming a redditor, active redditor.
Chatterbait. That's another good one.
Chatterbait. Oh God. I would be. I mean, I was in some bands in high school. I would be actually seriously into music and not just do troll rap videos for fun. Not rap, but I would be because I play guitar and I want to get back into that. So if I did that, I would be
That's a
actually
good one.
seriously into music.
I might get into that again too, because
Yeah.
I used to play guitar. I have a really nice acoustic guitar that's been sitting in a corner for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Like
So-
if I had to be realistic, like my honest answer for this, like besides prostitution and like redditing, my realistic answer would be like going on tour with Skrillex.
I love that that's your serious answer. Like the other two were joking, and that's your serious one.
I would rather be a prostitute. I think.
I would open for Skrillex.
Doing what?
Bangeranging. You mad?
I love that bangerang is now a verb.
Bangerang, my version of twerking. It's a new thing.
God.
You want to bang this rang because you can get it.
Oh my goodness. So, up
Why
next,
on the cast?
Jesus.
Sean P. Should I say his whole last name? Probably not. Sean P.
Sean Penis.
Sean Penis. That's your name now, Sean. I apologize. Sean Penis. If you could not play, or wait, what? Wrong question. I read the first one again. I've been PC gaming for a little over a year now. My PC library is a bit small. Did you miss the sales, bro? And I would like to expand it. So my question is, what games do you think are a must-play for all PC gamers?
What a fortuitous
Half-Life
time
one.
to ask
I'm gonna
that
get-
question.
I'm gonna get a lot of shit
Yep,
for this
do.
one.
Okay.
World of Warcraft.
Ooh. I think you've said that before, though. I don't think that's.
I
think
feel
I'm
like-
with you.
Yeah, I feel like even though I don't play it anymore and I say it's played out and it's dumb and it's the same game from 5 years ago, everybody needs to experience what World of Warcraft is.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to experience that out on any other platform.
No, it's never gonna happen again either.
You should also
Yeah, there's never going to be
probably
a game
take,
as good as that.
You should take like 2 weeks off work before you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or
it's
just quit your job.
Yeah, well,
it's
you
an
might- that might
experience
come
unlike
later.
anything. I mean, look, like I met Brandon. I was reunited in gaming, or I met Dan. I was reunited in gaming with Brandon, and wow, like.
Yep.
I mean, I
it's-
think a safe answer is anything Valve has ever made. You
that
should play.
too.
All
on
the
PC.
Half-Life games.
All the Half-Life, TF2, Counter-Strike. Well, I mean that's a mod,
I
but
think at this point,
uh,
Skyrim is a must-play. That's
Skyrim.
just my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's a good one.
Warzy.
Yeah, on PC. Yeah. for
Yeah, the
sure.
Warzy definitely, absolutely.
Check that one up.
See. Fear. That's a good one. Fear is a great.
The
That
original
actually, that's a
Fear.
great game.
Jared worked on Fear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Fear
probably
that
why
sucks.
I was good, because the other Fear games were terrible. Project Fear
What?
3 is terrible. Fear
What?
was
It's not
atrocious.
terrible.
Yes, it's fucking awful.
It's not terrible.
Project Origin had
Big
a,
It's
rigs.
not terrible.
Project Origin had a pretty solid multiplayer for the most part. It just never took off.
Euro Truck Simulator 2012.
Big Rig Racing,
Big Rig Racing. Yeah,
so you
that's
can
another
see
game.
how bad a game can be on PC as
Actually,
well.
Minecraft is a good one too.
Minecraft,
is a
yeah.
good
Your
one.
boy simulator 2014.
Your boy. It is almost certainly your boy.
Most certainly.
Your boy's on one.
Always on one.
Yeah,
I mean,
any
the good
free
thing
plays.
you can almost always, like during Steam sales, the older games, like you can always get older games like BioShock and Assassin's Creed 2, like all those will be on sale for $5. Those are all pretty much must owns, and like
Yeah.
the Valve games, those go on sale a lot, like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, any of those games that are a little older now, but they're I mean, you can fill up your Steam library for like $100 if
Yep.
you're smart.
Let me just end this discussion with Barkley shut up and jam Gaten. That's definitely.
That's on.
That's on my computer. It's on my computer right now.
God, we need to play it on a stream sometime. I think it would be amazing.
If you want a great YouTube channel, just do. I think it's youtube.com/comeonanslam. And
Is
it's
it
just,
that game?
it's just Space Jam song mashups. It's great. I subscribed.
All right, last question here. before we end the cast for 2012. Josh Gowan asks, for the monthly
Darkwing.
build guides, it is Darkwing. Have you considered two versions of the $500 starter build, i.e. an APU version and an upgrade path version? For our purposes, I think the upgrade path version is the way to go, usually. But if you, we haven't really considered it.
No, because you're not building an AP. We build gaming PCs.
Yeah.
And an
I
APU,
think
no matter how you
APU
look at it, is not building a gaming PC. It's just
APU
not,
is
it's not.
really better for like general purpose and home theater PC. I think if you're looking to build a gaming PC, I wouldn't recommend an APU
Yeah.
because I would rather put you with hardware that is better.
You get an i3 2100 or something for roughly the same price.
Yeah, I think the APU is a good processor for what it is, but I think if you're going to be gaming on it, our $500 build now is already better because you want that discrete graphics card. That's really all it comes down to.
I just think the upgrade path is worth it. I just seriously do, because if that's all the money you have right now, you can later on save up like for a few months and then get an i5 3570K or a 3770K. If you really, really wanted to. And immediately, it is way better than the upgrade path that doesn't even exist with the APU.
We have to assume that if you're doing a $500 build, you probably fall into one of two categories. Either you like gaming, but you're short on cash, or you're new to gaming and you don't want to spend a ton of money. But either way, you're probably potentially looking to upgrade. If you like gaming, you'll probably want to upgrade over time. If you're new to gaming and you find out you love gaming, then you also want that upgrade path. So I don't think there's really any downside to having those upgrade options. Whereas the APU, you're kind of stuck because the higher end processors right now are all Intel. So you would have to be in for at least a new CPU and motherboard if you really wanted to get a very competent gaming PC.
Yeah, the APU, you're replacing a lot of parts just to move up to anything. But
for your parents, APU is perfect.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. But that is it for KBMOD in 2012, guys. KBMOD 3.0 coming sometime in the future. Hopefully soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the cast this year. We've managed to do 73 episodes and 2 award shows. So I think we're doing pretty well.
We're only doing well because you guys consistently tune in and watch us or listen to us, and we appreciate it very much.
Yes, thank you very much for coming out.
Yep.
I will probably be post streaming for people wondering, some Minecraft probably, but KBMOD 3.0 coming soon in 2013, and be on the lookout for all the good titles we already mentioned for PC, of course, and there's also the things like Project Eternity and Star Citizen and things like that we didn't even mention, but 2013 should be a good year on the PC. Should be solid in every way. And Valve Box.
Gotta keep watching and we'll let you know if it's a good year.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We're
not going to give it away just yet.
City sucks real bad. We'll let you know. So
yeah.
Keep tuning in. As always, Scott on Machinima. Keep up with John on Twitch. Keep up with us on Twitch.
You can subscribe to our channel now too, so you should do that.
Subscribe to our channel on Twitch. Subscribe to our channel.
I'm already seeing a lot of the. I'm seeing a lot of the icons. People are subscribing. That is sweet.
So thank you so much,
that is
guys.
a sexy icon.
We are only really streaming on this channel since the award show in 2011. We're almost at 2 million views on Twitch. Sweet. That blows me away, to be honest.
Like that Breaking Benjamin song.
Thank you so much. And,
from Halo 2.
I'll see you in about 15 minutes if you're still watching, but we will see you as a podcast in 2013.
New year.
Next weekend. Many guests, hopefully, on the docket, and we will let you know when those are coming up. And we will see you next year.
Have a great New Year's.
Thanks for
Practice
hanging out,
abstinence.
I'm going to go and use this. You hear that? Okay. It's a can of compressed air. All right.
Oh, thanks.